The Austin Public Library in Texas is now not only offering spring break sex ed camp for free for little teenagers to teach them about a bunch of creepy sex stuff. They're actually paying the teenagers to go to the sex ed camp. They're going to pay you to go learn about lots of weird, creepy stuff. Why? Well, what you hear from the program is get paid to learn about sex ed. You'll learn about gender pronouns, gender identity. When you sign up, you can say, are you male, female, transgender? Maybe you don't identify. This program, the Austin Healthy Adolescent Program, is a progressive program that envisions a generation of liberated youth and young adults who are valued participants in achieving health equity. So it's like progressive stacking, health equity. We're getting a lot of liberal slogans that don't seem to mean very much right now. This program, by the way, funded by your taxpayer dollars, funded by the Department of Health and Human Services. This actually clarified my thoughts on why comprehensive sex education is so bad. Because I don't know, I grew up in a pretty liberal place. We had comprehensive sex ed when I was a kid. Wasn't nearly as comprehensive as it is today. We didn't talk about transgenderism. We didn't talk about lots of the things that are taught in these classes, but it was still, fairly comprehensive. And there wasn't much of an outcry where I lived because I grew up in a very liberal place. But I remember at the time there were huge debates over comprehensive sex education. And I thought, what's the big deal? Why are these conservatives so upset about it? The reason it's a big deal is because it's not just about biology. It's not just about science. No education is just about biology and science. When you're teaching something like sex, you are inevitably also teaching something about morality and ethics and politics. It is not possible. When you teach a child what sex is, you must teach them what sex is for. So you can, as people used to do, say, okay, so when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, when the birds and the bees start to get a little frisky. Is that how it happens? I don't know. What happens is a husband and a wife will get together and do this thing, and that's how babies are made. And that teaches you that sex is for procreation. It's for men and women to get together in an institution called marriage, and then and only then should they have sex, and they should do so with the openness to life to create a new generation. That's not what sex ed is today. Sex ed today is that sex is what you do when you want to feel pleasure. And it doesn't matter if it's a man and a woman who love each other very much. Frankly, it doesn't matter if it's a man and a man or a woman who love each other very much. The love, that's not a big deal. It can be a man and a woman. It can be two dudes and a goat. It can be whatever kind of arrangement you want. That's fine. And you should always use contraception. Contraception's really good and really important. And yeah, it's true. Certain groups like, the Christians and, other old-timey religious groups, they don't like contraception, but that's okay. What we're teaching now is contraception's really good. If you do get pregnant, if you do get that horrible disease called pregnancy from sex, that's okay. You can have an abortion. Abortion is good. It's just safe healthcare. There's nothing wrong with abortion. And if you're a man and you think you're a woman, that's totally natural and good and normal, and you should mutilate your body. That's what sex education is. It is a moral education. It's a religious education. It has to be. This is true of all education, but especially when we're talking about sex, something so fundamental to our human nature. You can't just talk about what the thing is and divorce that from what the thing is for, what the thing means, what the significance is of the act. And this is why they're paying kids to do it. They're paying kids to do it because they have the state, the political radicals, have a deep interest in indoctrinating you into the ruling ideology. And it appears to be working. I'm glad you liked that clip. Now, here's what you got to do. Ring that bell, subscribe, get the notifications for all the videos that come out. Also, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles Show. That is the Michael space Knowles space SHOW. Subscribe, leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.